Share our screen, minimize some of this stuff. You guys over. Oh, I always. Give me 1 second. I gotta get my little cursor, and it always seems to go away when I restart. So there it is. There. Okay. You see the green circle?
Yep.
Good. All right, cool. Okay, so we were talking about Topaz AI versus their old standalone stuff, and also Neo with noise reduction. So
do you think this is a precursor to them dropping all the standalones and only have one thing to update?
could be, I don't know. They pretty much ignored a lot of their stuff. They had that adjust AI that disappeared. They don't say anything about Studio 2 anymore. In fact, they don't even show it up for sale. I guess you just go to download it and
Wow. That was interesting because I went into Studio 2 this week. I hadn't been in a bit.
Mhm.
And remember back in the day when they were developing all these different looks, they were all back into Studio 2. Or before they just had like a very small selection. All the old ones were back in there.
Oh, good.
That
Yeah,
I remember.
You can migrate those from your original studio as well.
Yeah, but they were all there.
Oh, good. Yeah, it used to be they had them online. You could even import them.
Yeah, but now they're within the application. I'm like, wow, that's a nice improvement.
Oh, good.
Because I haven't been in Studio 2 for a few days, so.
I hadn't been for maybe a month or so, and I was like, wow.
Did they update it? Because I haven't seen it.
I don't know. Or
I
they could have migrated that in without updating it, I guess, because
Yeah,
that's what they have.
I haven't updated. I haven't seen one in.
Kind of cool.
Nope. Still no update. Okay. Anyway, well, maybe somehow it just found your stuff and added it.
Opened a door
Yeah.
and they all fell in.
There you go. All right. Well, I think the way I set this up is I was going to talk about Neo's. I haven't had a chance to work on any people lately. And actually, when I was in Chicago, I ran into an old friend who was a model and a law student back in the day that I photographed. And now she's a divorce attorney. And that's her here. And originally, this is kind of a funny story. I told her I owed her this shot because the first thing I hired her for was an ad for Oster hair care products, and they wanted a bald-headed woman. So about 5 hours in makeup and getting this bald lady cap thing, and we shot that. And she says, "Next time I want my hair." So this is what we did. And it ended up being on a cover for Avenue M, which is Mile magazine.
Wow.
Back in 84. So quite a while ago. But anyway, what I was going to show you was I had a chance to try some of Neo's face and skin tools. And let me see here. This is the before shot. And unfortunately, I couldn't find the original negative yet. So this is off of a print that was in my portfolio. So it's a little soft, but it'll do for this particular thing. So I started playing around a little bit with the eye enhancement. You can see the difference before. And also the lips and teeth without doing any masking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, see how it smooths the lips out, gives them a little nicer color. And then also the hair. See, it pulls up some of the highlights. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of neat. Anyway, let me kill that. And let's go over here and move you guys a little bit. I'm gonna turn on my info so I know which is which. Okay, so this was a iPhone image. This was up in that new gallery district I was talking to Wendell about. There's one little gallery in the back, and in that courtyard, I saw this buildings and with a storm coming in at night, I grabbed the shot. So that was kind of neat. It's just on my iPhone. But you notice it's got a lot of grain, as iPhones do sometimes. So first took it into, let's go back here, turn that off. All right. So first I took it into Neo, and you can see that it got the grain in this area pretty well, but the transitions, it didn't do a very good job, or the light areas. I don't know if you can see that on screen. Maybe I should go a little bigger. There's 300. And see if I can get this to 300. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you can see a lot of it in here.
Mhm.
You know, it seemed to remove a fair amount here, but still anywhere there's transitions, not such a great job. So this is with Photo AI now. You see it's quite a big difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna put in the same area. Yeah, there you go.
And that's photo AI, not noise or
Not denoise, it's
noise or anything
actual
like that.
Photo AI. Yeah. Yeah. So
And does it look like they took the whites down just a little bit?
yeah, maybe just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, a little more detail in there.
Yeah. Yeah. But that you can adjust easily, but the noise is just amazing difference.
Mhm.
Yeah. So let's see, we just go to 100 on both. Yeah. So yeah, 100% you're not going to notice it, but I think on a print you probably would.
Probably on a print you would if it was something
Yeah,
you print.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's say set the edit. Yeah, turn that off. Go back to my. Yeah, let me just grab this and I can show you how it works. So go down to Topaz Photo AI. Got so many Topaz things in here. Let's do a copy. Okay, so that's this guy over here. So now it's opening up. And it just updated, I think yesterday or Saturday. So this is with the new update. I haven't done anything so far since it was updated. It was kind of a busy weekend, but yeah. So it takes a while for it to get its act together. It's starting to, you can see down here, it's starting to scan the image. And first it looks for a subject, and then now it's removing the noise, and it's using autopilot settings. So now you can see it.
Mhm.
See the difference. Yeah. So if you had a subject, you've got the ability to recover some of the face if it overdoes it. And then this enhanced resolution is when you're upscaling. So you can do all that in one interface here. So you can either plug in numbers if you know what you want, like say you want like 6,000 pixels on the long side, you can just put that in there and it'll do it. Or you can just do 4 max, whatever decides is max. Curiosity, let's see what max. Ooh, that's way up there.
Oops.
Yeah, that's max. All right. Yeah, it's probably a little more than I would ever do, but might be worth testing sometime. And then if you decide to turn sharpen on for whatever reason, let's move over there and let's see. Then it gives you a lens blur, motion blur, and the strength. And again, it has to run through its thing. It's still a little slow at visualizing compared to some of the other ones. But maybe it's because it's got all these things going on. Now, as far as the subject, if there was a subject here, you would hit this and let's see if I hit select. No. Yeah. this is where it would show you a mask if it had decided this was a subject. And then you got sensitivity and softness between the edges that you can define. And then when you're done, hit that done button, you can save the images here. Now, the one thing I don't like, it seems to save the image you did before along with the previous one, which is kind of weird. Yeah, but here's just without doing anything, let it run autopilot. We'll let it process. It takes a little while.
That's an iPhone shot, so it's pretty small.
Mhm. Yeah, it's like 3x4K.
Yeah, that's where the upscaling comes in handy.
Yeah,
You know,
for
if
sure.
it's something you want to enlarge and print.
Yeah. But yeah, so there it is. I guess we can compare it with the one we did before. Let's see here. This one. Oh, that's Neo mode. Oh, here it is. All right, so we could take these two and compare them and see if there's any difference. And I can't see offhand, but something weird here.
This is a Neo one, wasn't it?
That's the Neo.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, it had been through Neo first for the color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what that's saying, but where am I? Let's see here. Let's just go here. There we go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it looked like it did a little sharpening or something here. I'm gonna have to do a little more testing and see if that new update made it worse or better. At this point, it looks like it made it a step back. Okay, so I'll check that out and let you know. All righty. Well, let's play this and get back to what you guys brought in. Let's start with Jim Bowman. You haven't been here in a while.
Yeah, I've got to leave early today, so
Oh, that works out.
that's good. Thanks.
Oh,
Sure.
nice.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, this is obviously a blue crane, and we're over at that Acadia Marsh, which probably Kimberly knows. And I put this in a topaz, just the background, the foreground, the bird itself was not processed.
Mhm.
So that was it, you know, put a little frame around it, and there you go.
Nice.
I like your choice of frame color.
Yeah.
It's very soothing and it
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
pumps up your eye to go right to the bird, you know?
Yeah.
Really nice.
Good, thank you.
I like these little dapples here.
Mhm.
Complementary colors. That's nice
Yep.
too. And then also the reflection. Just, yeah, very nice. Good cropping.
Good.
Yeah, that frame color is really nice with that. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, this is a crossover into Wisconsin. On maybe some of you have been to Door County,
Mhm.
and so this was a just a shoreline, I guess you would just call it, view at dawn. You know, it was just breaking. Just the sun was just breaking.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
Beautiful picture.
Nice slow shot. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty long
Wow.
exposure.
Long exposure on the water, obviously.
Mhm.
I think I had like 30 seconds or something.
Cool. Mm. Interesting.
But I didn't have a lot of light at that time of morning either. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it worked out really well.
Yeah, he's still able to pull in a lot of good shadow detail. Nice.
And yeah, and then I like the light coming through over onto the trees in the
Yeah.
background there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It almost looks like you've got a light stand, a light on a stand over there.
Right.
Yeah, over here. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't look real. It's beautiful.
My electricity ran out right there though, so I just didn't make.
Your cord wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
No, cord wasn't long enough.
There you go.
Beautiful composition.
Yeah. I don't know if you could tease a little more detail out of these, similar to like over in here, but
All right.
yeah, it's not a killer. You got enough going on there. It's really nice. I would probably pull this little straight piece out.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of
Didn't notice that, but
keep
yeah.
going there. Yeah, yeah. And
Leave
maybe
it to Sandy to find a little.
The needle in the haystack.
it's in my nature. What can I say? Maybe just tone this down a little bit so your eyes more in here, because you got this little vertical going. But yeah, it's pretty.
Very nice.
The
Yeah.
way it is. Yeah,
I love the water.
Mhm.
yeah. The water's amazing. I'm surprised at 30 seconds that you still had all this wave detail.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think it's very.
Yeah.
No, a 30th.
Oh,
of a second.
30th.
30th.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not-
Yeah,
not
that's
30.
it. 30 seconds. I was thinking, wow.
No,
Yeah.
not 30 seconds. 30th. I misspoke.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That explains the nice detail that you got.
Yeah, for sure. And were you tripod or hand holding?
No, a tripod.
Well, the stabilizers I found you can hand hold pretty well down, even lower than that. It's amazing. Yeah, it's nice if you got the tripod with you though. Excellent. Well, I guess if I was going on a desk, I'd probably bring one with unless I was traveling with that one. Good. Nice low angle.
Okay, yeah, this is just at the shoreline. And just like the log and kind of a simple, the river flowing into the Lake Michigan.
What do you think about darkening this up a little bit? Just the thought.
The what?
The log itself, maybe just darken it down a little bit.
Oh, darken it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That.
Anybody else?
Oh,
I think it
like
looks
that.
like an alligator or a crocodile
Yeah, it does.
out to the water. This is
Little legs,
great.
yeah.
I love the shape of that log, and it's just perfectly pointing right at the water.
Yeah, and the
Just
water's
feed
coming
your
in
eye.
at an angle too.
Yeah, it's just awesome. Really good composition.
Brings you in from all sides here, and then the clouds coming this way and this way. Yeah,
Really nice.
nice. Okay,
Ooh.
nice and soft.
Yeah, this is again at dawn
Yeah.
or shortly thereafter. And not much I can say other than it just I wanted a nice soft look. And
Mhm. Yeah, you certainly achieved that.
Yeah.
Oops. Looks like you got a friend over here.
That's kind of neat though. It gives you a scale and he doesn't
Yeah.
really distract.
Yeah.
Certainly
You're
gives you
not
a sense
alone.
of scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was she with you or did she just happen to be there?
You know what? I can't see her because you guys are all on the way.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I see her. Yeah, well, I guess we should have kind of erased her or something.
Yeah, there she is. Was
Oh,
she looking at you?
he's taking a
Yeah, she
photo as
was.
well.
Yeah,
I
she
mean,
was,
you can't really.
Yeah, I think she's spying on you.
yeah. Oh, boy.
I love these old buildings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And the weathering's great.
Just
Let me
awesome.
bring that back up. Yeah, that's pretty amazing.
Oh, wow.
I love it.
nice.
Oh,
No, the crop works really well with that building.
Mhm.
it's
Yeah,
an unusual lighthouse, isn't it?
yeah, that one is also in Door County. And just, as you know, Michigan and Wisconsin just got a zillion lighthouses. So
Mhm.
there's no dearth or choices to make. So I think all I would say is I have one or two with a person on it, and then I had this one without, and I'm not sure which to do. But I got the same shot, but with a couple, I think, was walking on it.
Hmm.
Well, if they're looking well as far as their stride and maybe their interaction might be something to add as an option. And maybe do a horizontal crop on that one.
Oh.
Yeah,
When you say everyone knows there's a lot of lighthouses, I had no idea there were any.
Oh yeah, it's amazing, and there
I've
are a lot
never
of-
been to either state, so
Yeah.
I have no
There-
comprehension of this is stunning.
Mhm.
There are a lot of shipwrecks in Lake Michigan.
Oh, really?
oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
On the beach, like, or
I'm out in the lake.
Yeah.
Lake Michigan's
yeah, many
many feet deep,
Yeah.
really deep, and there are a lot of shipwrecks.
Yeah, there's some that people dive on near Chicago. I think there's a ferry there with old 1930s
Mhm.
cars on it. You know, Jim, you have Neo, right, or AI? I can't remember.
Well, I've got not Neo, but the previous one.
Oh, AI. Okay.
Yeah, AI.
Yeah, I don't know if AI had it, but Neo has a kind of interesting thing for real contrasty stuff. Let me show you real quick here. See if it'll open it. Sometimes it does. If it's not open, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it did. Good. Okay. So basically, if you go to edit, all the way at the bottom in the professional tools, there's one called super contrast.
Oh, okay.
And in there, you've got two sliders for each one. They don't activate until you actually move the top one. But for highlights, you can see I'll overdo it, but you can bring that down and then you can balance it,
Uh-huh.
and kind of get it where you want it.
But you know what? See, then back in the back, though, in the background,
Mhm.
that turned to me, it just turned too dark.
Yeah, well, the next thing I would do is hit the masking and take a brush and only paint it in where you want it. So maybe just up in here. See, then it's just affecting that area.
So I see.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better.
yeah. And then the other thing you might want to do, and this is also an AI and to develop, you can certainly bring your highlights down and in black and white area, and that blacks and whites, not black and white. you can take your whites down a little bit, maybe get a little more detail in here, and then do the same thing with masking, get a brush. And then maybe make it a little bigger. And just kind of paint that in where you want it,
I see.
you know. Maybe a little bit here too. You can see there's some dark areas there. If you hit your X key, it makes it into a minus, or you can hit erase, you know.
Right.
And then your bracket keys make your brushes bigger and smaller. So yeah, you can come in and get rid of that dark area there. The only thing I don't like is it brings the mask up while you're painting, and I'd rather see what it's doing to the image without that red mask in the way. That's one thing.
All right.
Yeah. And it looks like you might need to clean your sensor a little bit.
Yeah.
But they've got the where is it? Erase tool here, which works really well. Where you can
I love that. I love this feature.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll just get rid of them. So yep, they're gone now. So
Yeah.
yeah, so we come in like 100%.
Yeah. Great.
You can see where they were. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So maybe watch for a sale and upgrade, at some point, because just those couple tools. Oh, and enhance is another tool. Just those 3 tools are enough to take care of the price of admission.
Right.
You can really do a lot with that, and then
Good.
get the sky enhancement as well, which kind of goes overboard. But yeah, I'm pushing them a little bit just to show you. But I would probably just do this very subtly, like maybe just a little bit in the sky.
Uh-huh.
And then if I did this accent, oh, and then the other nice thing is if you close it and open it again, it starts over.
All right.
You know, so if I wanted to accent and then just mask and brush here, it'll just bring it in here. Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, so you can just do it here. And then if you want to go back and edit those, you go into your edits. And you can see in here, you have 2 enhances. So this one's for the sky. And this one is for the building. And you can further adjust them. So, yeah, so it's got some nice things.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Maybe I.
That's well worth getting that for sure.
Yeah, yeah. There's probably, it's getting toward the end of the year, there'll probably be some sales, so just keep your eye out. Although they just had one because they were adding all these new tools. They may have extended it. I don't know. You could take a look. Just go to skylum.com. I think it's their website. Anyway, I'm not pitching them, but I really like their tools, especially for kind of finishing. I do most of my work in Lightroom and clean up in Photoshop, but if it's camera stuff, sensor stuff, so I go right here because it saves a lot of work. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's your last one. Well, thanks. Those are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Had a nice little trip. Jim Murphy.
Oh,
Ooh.
Bridge picture.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, so this bridge is about an hour from my house, and so I kind of was watching the clouds move around. I wanted to go there, be there at sunset and take a picture with the clouds. And sadly, by the time I got there, the clouds moved out. So that's an artificial sky. I was going for the real thing, but it betrayed me and took off. So yeah. This
Well,
also, there's you can get some nice shots of this bridge in the morning with fog. The fog lays in under it and around it, but that would require me to get out of bed pretty early, so I haven't done that one yet.
You and me both. I'm not much of a morning person. Kudos to Jim for doing those dawn pictures.
Yeah.
I suppose you could add some fog in here if you wanted to.
Yeah, I tried it, but it just looked too phony.
It's a subtle thing, but
Yeah.
I'm really amazed the way it worked around the bridge when yeah, that's not bad at all. Especially up here. Oh, yeah. So yeah, well, though you probably have this sky replacement in AI already, Jim, but That was, I think, the first thing that brought me to Luminar was that and the sun rays, which were kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
As far as fog, yeah, they've got a bunch of different ones. I guess you just got to play around and see. And you could, and again, you can turn them on and off and layer them too.
I like that.
Yeah, atmosphere is what they call it. So this is just fog and it's kind of boring. It's just kind of milky. But I found that this layered fog seems to work pretty nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then you can play with the depth and the lightness, which kind of helps. If you pull the amount up and take the lightness down a little bit.
Can you mask that and take it off of the?
Exactly. Yeah, that would be the next thing I would do. I would mask it out of these areas.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you just have a little bit whipping in there. So basically, yeah, you can go into a mask and a brush and
That would look a lot
Just
more
kind of-
realistic. Yeah.
paint it in where you want it. Yeah,
Perfect.
maybe just a little wisp around the corners here.
It gives you a little bit more depth to it.
Yeah, and then you could close this off and then open it up again and do another one. And change the depth, move it elsewhere. And
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Hmm.
I'll pull that. And then maybe just, oops. Didn't need to do that. And again, just mask it in with a brush and maybe just put it here or something. Like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess I don't like that one so much. So you can go back here and readjust. Yeah, that's the wrong one. This one here. So the further down the edit list, the older they are. So I would go to the mask here, get a brush, and then I would erase and take the strength down maybe and just kind of tickle that back. See how that looks. Yeah, it's a little better.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good.
Get the tail off of it. There we go.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now you can sleep in.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
bird on a railing. I took this one shortly after the bridge shot, so it was on the same outing.
Mhm.
Just kind of a minimalistic picture there.
Really nice.
You know,
Like all the shapes.
Mhm.
you got some geometrics going on with some kind of more organic shape with the bird.
Right?
Mhm.
Very nice. And their sky is beautiful. I like the graduated color.
Yeah, and I didn't want any detail in the bird before Sandy tells me I can bring detail out in the bird.
Well, you could go
Just
silhouette.
enough.
I like the fact that you guys shadow detail here and here. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about this?
Oh, yeah, I didn't really focus on that, but now that you bring it up, I should get rid of that.
Yeah, I would either get rid of it.
That just doesn't go with the rest of it.
Yeah, or make it wider.
Yeah, something, yeah, it needs to be changed.
Yeah. I suppose you could get rid of it and then just thin this board up here. That might be easier. So it's kind of like this or somewhere in between. there.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Mhm. Nice.
Ooh, wasp nest?
This one's,
Nest. Yeah.
this shot's just
yeah.
a little bit dark. And now I'm looking at it and I'm going, that's kind of darker than it should be, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I hope you were using a telephoto.
I was using a telephoto, but they weren't too interested in me, so
That's always nice.
pretty large wasp nest.
Yeah, this is probably a good candidate for that enhanced tool. Let's just take a quick peek here. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then if it's a little too much back here, you can just get a, a mask and a brush and make it pretty big. And I would take the strength down and just kind of tickle it in where you want to make it a little darker. Now, this is actually putting it in just there. So I guess you can go any way you want. I usually paint it where I don't want it a lot of times, just from old Photoshop habits, because when you paint the mask, it's because you don't want stuff. Whereas on this program, it's where you do. So I just I'm in that habit. So basically, I'll just go back here and go down and invert it. Then you're all set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you gotta mess this whole thing out, and
Gotcha.
Gives it a little bit more depth.
yeah, and then see that. Well, doesn't look like it took it. I'm sorry. So let's do this. Let's showing it everywhere. Let's take it away from this area. So we're gonna want to erase. I guess it's a good thing we looked at it. Maybe we'll take the strength up a bit. That probably wasn't enough. Yeah, let's see how that works. Yeah, that's darkening it up. Yeah, took it up a little more. Oh, it's painting again. I'm sorry. There we go. Flipped when I went back. There we go. So there's your before and after.
Mhm.
If that's still a little too bright, yeah, just put a little more in there. There we go. Yeah, so that should work. Okay.
Oh, wow. Girl on a ferry. Huh. Yeah, so my sad story on it, well, I was out shooting something else and the wind was blowing her hair around. And so I just took a shot of her. And I spent about 50 minutes on this picture and I still don't know how I did it. I lost all my edits. So anyway, I came back again, I started working on it and then I just kind of got like too much time in this photo. I quit. So anyway, I got it to a point where it's decent. So.
Mhm.
Oh, it's nice, nice, Jim.
I like it.
Yeah, I like this here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's nice.
I like the reflection in her glasses.
Yep.
It's pretty cool. Makes you want to see what she's seeing.
Yeah. Could probably knock that out.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that was one of my mistakes. There's actually a couple more of those.
Yeah.
I just got tired of working on it.
No,
You can put a lot of time into a picture, boy. You just sink.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's for
And that's
sure.
like, okay, where am I going with this? I quit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe crop the top down a little bit too. Maybe somewhere around.
Yeah, there's nothing up there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks
And
good.
it's almost a square crop, which makes it
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, I think that works out. There you go. Okay.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh,
Neat.
I did, later on I looked at this and since I did this, I changed the background color because I wasn't crazy about the purple with the brown bird, but, and I kind of put a little horizon line in later, but I just wanted to do try something different with a textured colored background. So nothing fancy, just some masking.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, fun.
So what kind of hawk is that?
Oh, it's a red tail, most common hawk.
Oh, wow.
They come in lots of different colors and
Right.
yeah, variations. And some of the tails aren't particularly red,
Mhm.
Oh,
as the name would indicate, so.
Looks like the head's a
The
little
very
more-
dark one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very dark. They have ones called light morph and dark morph. This would be kind of
Yeah.
dark morph.
Mhm.
Yeah, it looks like the head's a little longer and thinner than the ones we see here too.
Yeah, he's kind of sort of going away from me a little bit, so.
Yeah.
yeah. Feather detail is beautiful.
Yeah.
I like the far wing. It
Yeah,
almost looks metallic,
yeah,
like a sculpture. Pretty cool.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know that the purple bothers me that much.
Okay, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I turned it a little more blue than purple, but
Mhm.
I wasn't sure what color to use.
Mm.
Change the hue of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought the bottom part sort of almost looked like water reflections.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does.
Is that a background you made yourself?
No, I stole it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Your secret's safe with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the rest of the internet.
YouTube.
Anyway.
But I have been thinking about making some backgrounds, which I thought could be kind of fun for, doing something like this, but like with watercolors, just build your own background,
Mhm.
Yeah.
kind of multimedia thing.
Yeah, photograph some textures and take them in topaz and play with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nice.
All right. Thanks.
A little different.
Yeah.
Okay, Kim. We get all these up. Oh, this one decided it wanted to be a loner, so I guess we'll start with that one. Okay, be that way. There we go.
Very nice.
This was just out at, where did I take this? Lost track now. Out at Madeira Canyon a few weeks ago. I was just walking along Proctor Trail. I was out there mid-morning. And I just liked the way the light was just shining off of these weeds.
Yeah. Thinking that these light areas around the edge might be a little distracting, so maybe just crop a little tighter,
Okay.
something like that. Make it a little stronger. I guess you could darken that one up if you don't want to lose
Uh-huh.
it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, put that one down. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
Back.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah.
Good background for that.
And this was at Santa Rita Lodge. Went out for the hummingbirds and got hummingbird moths.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was pretty happy and at least got a couple decent ones. These guys are harder to take pictures of than the birds themselves, I think.
Mm.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
Yeah. They quite a bit smaller, I would imagine.
They're small and they're just like the hummingbirds. They are constantly moving. They're just, their wings are going. I didn't write down what my shutter speed was on this. I was on, rapid fire, but they're just constantly moving. So I was really pleased with this shot.
And they have what, like a little proboscis, like a butterfly?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then I darkened the red flowers just a little bit, kind of darkened the background a little, and brought him out a little bit more.
Yeah. I think about maybe eliminating this guy. Or darken it way up. You there?
Yes.
She got.
Did you?
Yeah.
See. Looks like everybody's gone except,
No, I'm
No.
here. That's
I'm
you.
here.
oh, there you guys are. Okay. Yeah, I had my window closed down to just who was talking. Okay, yeah. Any thoughts about darkening this up? Yeah.
Too bright, you think?
Yeah, it is a little bright.
A little bright, just bring it down a bit.
Yeah, bring it down or eliminate it, but probably down to something like this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that would work. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
And this was at the Oklahoma City Memorial, there, the water area by the where the, across from the chairs. And I just happened to see this, I just like the simplicity of it, this leaf just
Yeah.
laying, and it's a real thin layer of water on top of the granite or whatever it is, and it was just
oh,
in the perfect place of the lines and everything.
Mhm.
Yeah. Now, you use topaz rather than Neo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I would probably do some kind of selected vignette. Just so it's got some depth to it. So let's go to vignette here. Now, the nice thing about this one is you can move it around, so make it real dark.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Shape it however you want. Put the,
Oh, wow.
put the transition in you want and make it, round or whatever. But once you have that, you can
You
grab
can
this
move
little
the
box
center,
here
right?
and just
Sure.
put it right where you want it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gives it a different feel.
Slide it down a bit, and then maybe you can back it off a little bit. Since you got all this up, you could do it with opacity.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you still got some detail there.
Okay. Yeah.
Before and after.
Definitely.
Makes it more dramatic, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
oh,
Oh,
And
yeah.
this was out at Kanoa.
Hmm.
And just converted it into a black and white sunflower, obviously facing the sun. I was out there in the morning a few weeks ago. And I just loved it in black and white. It just brings out the detail in the leaves, the petals and the leaves a bit more than even so in the color.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, very nice. Whereabouts in the ranch are they?
Right along the lake. If
oh,
as you head north from the first parking lot,
Yeah.
just right along before you, not too far from that small bridge.
Oh, okay. So around the that bridge on the north side going toward the marsh.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah. I wonder if just cropping this down too, just a little too much going on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little
Definitely.
stronger.
Mhm.
Nice.
Definitely.
I love the bug that you didn't take it
yeah,
away.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. In fact, in the color photo, you don't see it as much.
Mhm.
It pops more in the black and white because I didn't see it.
I like it. And you got little ants down there too,
Right.
Yeah,
the bottom.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like all these little fuzzy guys here.
yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Pretty neat.
great texture.
Mhm. Okay.
And then this is just the white dove.
Mhm.
Decided to go for a little different view than most of the typical shots of the front and everything. And I just had my telephoto on, so I just really zoomed in
Mhm.
in that particular area.
Yeah.
I'm just curious though.
Nice.
No, I don't know. Either implied contrast or real contrast would be. Let's just see here real quick. Of course, you could do the selective, where is it, precision contrast, and just play with that. So. Usually I take the high down. In this case, I bring it up a little to.
Okay,
Getting a lot of shadowing on the top of that dome.
Yeah, that looks like it's.
yeah,
Looks dirty, yeah.
You can't take it quite that high. Yeah, maybe you take the highlight itself up. Not that much there. Yeah, in this case, you might want to mask it. Yeah, I think I kind of like it. Maybe just a little higher. So yeah, I might just mask this,
okay.
you know.
You get a little more detail in the foreground though, that's kind of nice.
Mhm. Yeah, so you just kind of, and this works more like Photoshop, so. I would probably do the least amount of painting, so in this case, I would make sure my edge wears and just paint the dome area. First, let's see what you think of that. Okay. And maybe we could bring a little bit into here. Along here. Don't seem to do much there. Okay. Yeah, I just go back, click on this other icon. And you got your adjustments back. See, now you can, yep, looks like it. I'm going the wrong way. I need to invert this mask.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, especially when you're or
I know.
some black where, yeah, some the dark area is where it shows and some is where it doesn't. So
Right,
yeah, all right. Yeah, it gets confusing. Okay, so now, yeah, now we can crank that up a bit. There you go.
okay.
Yeah, just to kind of separate it from the rest. There we go. So, before and after. Probably doesn't need a lot. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Okay, Maureen.
Ooh, I took a walk on the wild side.
Ah,
Huh.
well, someone's got to do it.
Oh.
It hasn't been here in a while.
Okay, so that's my cat with a great horned owl superimposed on top.
Oh, jeez.
But I left his eyes. I liked his eyes better
Yeah.
than the great horned owls, so I left his eyes. I tried the owls for a while, but I like this better. So
Hmm.
then I went a little nuts.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
So I played around with some of the filters or whatever they call them in Topaz, the looks or whatever. And then I took them on different layers. So I had a couple of different layers of different looks. Then I went in and changed, I think it's the mode on the layers.
Mhm.
And then I played with the hue and saturation.
Nice.
And that's what I came up with.
Yeah.
I like what it did to the eyes. The eyes to me
Eyes
just
are crazy.
got crazy good.
oh,
Yeah, maybe you ought to take this effect into these eyes a little bit because it's almost monochromatic here.
Right. I just kind of wanted to show you what I started out with
Yeah, yeah.
the owl.
If you want to keep it more subtle.
And it just went a little nuts. I had fun.
Mhm. Maybe you could do instead of a vignette, do kind of a complimentary color vignette. You know, like add some color
Oh,
or
that might be
something.
fun.
Yeah, try that out.
Might be fun.
Yeah.
By playing around with the saturation, it took the background kind of more out of it.
Mhm.
Essentially, it blew it out, but because of the hue,
Yeah.
it made it pink instead of white.
Yeah, so basically, if you're in Photoshop, you could just, add yourself a HSV and then just mask it accordingly.
Mhm.
But let's see here. Let's just get a big brush. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Maybe something like that. Maybe with black. Am I 100%? Yeah, I think so. All right.
So what exactly are you doing?
Right now, I'm just protecting him, and then I'm gonna,
Oh, okay. Okay, you're
then
putting
I'm
a
gonna go-
mask on it.
and then I'm gonna go see what happens when I
Play
start
with the hue.
moving around. Yeah, well, that was a hard brush, not good. I think the hardness way down. Okay. All right. That's better. I guess I was doing something a little more precise. And
It's like a halo kind of effect, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you can do whatever you like with it, but basically, yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and then having it as a layer, you can,
Right.
yeah.
Play around with the colors.
Play with however you
Oh,
like it.
wow.
Ooh, I like the green.
Yeah, desaturate a little if you want, and lighter, or darker, but yeah.
That's exactly what I was doing. I was just
Yeah.
playing with all those sliders.
Yep, there you go. So, yeah, so that might be fun to do. Gotta kind of give a little multi.
Neat, thank you.
Sure. Okay.
And this is
Oh,
a
wow.
German Shepherd I took photos of.
Hmm.
And not that she wasn't gorgeous, but I decided to give her a different look.
Oh,
Mm.
jeez.
So I put a javelina head on her.
Sure.
I'm afraid to
Oh,
post this on Facebook that the owner would see it and be offended. So I'm not doing that. But it was fun.
I suppose you can clone the tail up a little bit or move it.
Oh, I could easily erase it. I erased part of it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like she was a little
Give
bit,
it a little stubby tail instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that.
yeah, a little scared of the environment there. And then just,
I left that on purpose.
oh, did you?
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you're usually pretty good on your masking.
Yeah, I did that on purpose. I wanted, it was too straight. The ear was so
Mhm.
straight.
Yeah.
I wanted to give it a little, like, this is not a perfect animal. This is kind of an animal that's evolving.
Yeah, and maybe you can just roll it out a little bit more so it's not just,
Mhm.
yeah. Fun. Okay.
Yeah, he's a canite.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
I showed you guys this one before. So I had to walk on the wild side with this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
Oh,
that.
wow.
So just a couple of different looks in topaz, and then played around with the huge hue and saturation.
Hmm.
I probably had 2 or 3 layers of different hues to play around in. I did like the pink in the eye, so I masked that off on one of them just to keep that in there.
Mhm.
So it looks like a kind of like a dragon now,
Yeah.
There you go.
less like a cat.
Sorry. hit my
That's all
mouth.
right.
Maybe just lose these little
Oh yeah.
stragglers here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, then just the butterfly in the garden.
Mhm.
Another play with hue and saturation.
It's amazing how many are around.
Yeah, they're quite busy right now.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
But you usually don't see these colors together, and I kind of liked
Yeah.
how they played on one another.
Yeah. Background's nice too.
Thank you. I think I took that at Desert Museum. They had a big butterfly garden.
Right. But yeah, Green Valley is like a big butterfly garden right now. It's just like everywhere.
Oh, the one underneath it is the original.
Mhm.
I must have named those, so they didn't come up. So if you go to the next one, that's the original.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So it's a big area of Lantana.
Mhm. Yeah, I found, because that happens a lot when I submit to Windows, I usually put like a -A or something after.
Yeah, I put a -1 so that
Yeah.
I thought it would come up second,
Yeah,
but it came up
Yeah.
first. So
Yeah.
yeah, the other ones I did a -1. It looks like the next one is reversed as well. So if you go to the next one, go to the bottom one. Yeah, there you go. There's the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah, yeah. I use, on my file names, I start with like 001.002, and that
Mhm.
yeah. that
Windows
helps.
seems to understand that all the time.
Yeah, it works on some of these,
Yeah.
but some not. So that just pictures. I was lucky to be there during the week, and there was nobody in front of the
Yeah.
church,
Yeah.
except you can see the people walking off to the left,
Yeah,
but not in front.
Yeah.
So I took it into Photoshop and
oh, wow.
took some of the bend out of it,
Mhm.
but it made it kind of more rounded on the bottom, which I kind of liked.
Yeah.
It like puts it up on a knoll a little bit,
Mm.
cropped off the people.
Yeah.
And then did a couple of different things. I think I took this one into Luminaire. I like how it does landscapes.
Yeah.
It really brightens them, and then it can really pump up the details in it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I played around with hue and saturation again.
Mhm.
And that was the sky.
Well, that's interesting, making it more of that yellow orange.
I just want it different. I've seen a lot of pictures of this time of year. None like this.
No,
Not like that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks.
All right. Go to window.
Okay.
Wait.
Everybody, I've got to go, but thank you so much. It's a good session.
Good seeing you.
yeah, well,
Good to
see
see
you
you,
next
Jim.
time.
See you, Jim.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
Yeah, still wants to open that one on its own. All right, so we'll look at that one first. And get the others. Okay.
Okay, this first tour from Santa Fe, and I was just walking around the streets, and by a little shopping area, I saw this nice blue bench and thought it really would make a good photograph. Unfortunately, there was a wall to the left and a post to the right, so I used a rather unusual crop on it to get rid of those two things. Was able to focus on the bench and the little lantern
Yeah,
light fixture above. It's all decorated up.
it's an awesome color, hasn't it? The blue.
Yeah, it's a little more intense here than the actual straight negative. This was mostly done in topaz, the expressionism look,
Mhm.
and that did bring out the blue of the bench a little more. I did have to go in on the seat and darken it up just a little bit to make it look better. The back and everything was straight from topaz. So just like all the stack up of flowers in the foreground, then the bench, then the light, and the texture of the stucco behind.
This is wonderful right here.
Yeah, that kind of neat thing. They just used an old light fixture, I guess, for a planter.
Mhm.
A little,
But the effect really brought it out
yeah,
nicely. Yeah. Interesting. It's like a
I like your crop, because normally you would do a horizontal crop on something
Yeah.
that has such strong horizontal lines, and
yeah.
I like that you did what you did.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the real world where I was peeking between this wall and the post to see this, so that just I think solve the problem of all the mess around it pretty well,
Yeah.
even though it's different.
Yeah, it's really interesting the way the filter
Yeah,
created different textures on different surfaces.
yeah, it did it. Well, I've used that impressionism quite a bit, and or
Mhm.
expressionism, I guess they call it. And it does some unique things.
Mhm. Yeah, whereas in Photoshop or something else, you'd have to mask each one of these surfaces and do them individually with a different filter.
Yeah, yeah, where there's one step process in
Yep.
Studio 2.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm using is just the old original Studio 2.
Mhm.
But it, like Maureen was talking about, it does seem to have plenty of looks and options.
Yeah.
Which the original one did not have. This is the same place pretty much,
Oh,
Interesting.
little shop,
Wow.
souvenir shop or tourist trap. But I just like the way they had it laid out. It almost looks like the patio of a big hacienda or something,
Mhm.
looking in there.
that's
And
fabulous shot. Yeah, nice.
that this was done in Topaz also, color burst look, which gave the unique sky and the real graininess and texture of the stucco walls and the floor pavers and all. So that certainly enhanced from the original
Oh, yeah.
look I was hoping to get.
Yeah, you're getting some nice texture from that overlay.
A nice,
Yeah.
nice depth to it as well, right?
Yeah, I guess that's what I really saw the first time when I took the pictures. The kind of tunnel effect looking back to the what almost looks like a fireplace back there, but I think it's just kind of a niche in the wall.
Mm.
Really good.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, that is really
Thank you.
nice. I like this light fixture skewed too.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't noticed that.
Give it a little character.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because that's the newer one, the old one's stuck.
Yeah. yeah. I wonder if they knocked it off kilter putting up that rug there.
It could be. Yeah, they probably take all this stuff down at night when they close up.
I would think so, because all those baskets, I don't know what the price for it is on them, but
Yeah, they probably just take it all in and close the gate or something.
yeah.
You-
Anyway, just a street scene in Santa Fe.
Yeah,
It's quite the place.
Yeah.
gotta get
Yeah.
back up there. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. I remember seeing this in black and white.
Yeah, right. This was a totally different location. This is up in Petersburg, Alaska. On a trip we took up there. And we were walking around the fishing docks and this old historic boat was tied up there. And this is pretty much a straight Photoshop effort. Not a whole lot done. I darkened the white band at the top of the hull there. And then warmed up some of the colors down around the anchor and all the rust on the side.
Mhm.
And put in a Photoshop sky behind it. It had just a blank white sky, so I used a Photoshop sky with a little more interest and cloud effect. Otherwise, it's pretty much straight. I did crop it in some, got rid of equipment on either side, but well, those real fill the frame type photos.
Oh, yeah.
So.
An interesting hull too. It's so vertical on the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah, it's an old ship or boat. And I was someplace in a museum there, saw something about somebody was shipwrecked and were rescued by this ship,
Oh.
or at least one with the same name. So, and this has been many years ago.
It was an ice cutter or something.
Yeah, maybe so, yeah. But anyway, looks like it's planks making up the hull there, but
Mhm.
don't know if it's steel hull or not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's hard to tell because it's got like a little protection board running here.
Yeah,
But this
Yeah.
might be all metal here or metal clad. Hard to say.
yeah, that could be. I was looking up just below the
Yeah,
white
this is-
band. That looks like
Yeah, it's
planks.
planked here and all the way down through here, but
Yeah,
here down, I don't know, unless it's just
Yeah.
got a metal cladding around it.
yeah.
Neat. Yeah, patinas are wonderful.
Okay, this is also Petersburg, Alaska. This is what I think was a little Chinatown area called the Sing Lee Alley. And there were some shops. Right now they're turned into more tourist shops, but I imagine they were, well, one of them I think was a laundry and little store. And this one, I used the topaz line and ink filter, which gives a unique,
Mhm.
almost like a drawing that's been colored in.
Mhm.
Well, also with all the panels of different colors, it's kind of like a patchwork quilt.
Mhm.
Is
Legs kind of like a quilt too.
yeah, yeah. And the only thing that, as I'd already sent it to you, and then I noticed I should have gone in and brightened up the American flag a little bit.
Mm,
It was better looking in the original, but the topaz treatment made it pretty dull there, but I
Well,
like
it does bring your attention to these two a little more. I probably, yeah, maybe just a little bit.
yeah, just so it didn't look so dingy.
Mhm.
Not back to full
Yeah.
color. Yeah, nice.
Anyway, I just thought it was kind of interesting little
Mhm.
section of that downtown area.
Mhm.
This is when I've done black and white.
Wow.
Now, this was in a place, a fjord called Tracy Arm down near Petersburg. And this is the Sawyer Glacier. And one of the challenges was getting away from just having kind of a light and black picture, trying to get something to see on the glacier.
Yeah.
And so I worked on a bunch of different areas on this, the rocks, especially on the left side, I warmed up a little bit so they weren't just gray, got a little more of a brown tone. And then I did enhance the chunk of ice in the foreground and the glacier itself to bring up the blue a little more. It was blue, but I did emphasize it a little more. That's most of what I did. I think I darkened the sky a little in the foreground, but
Mhm.
it did, I think, looked a whole lot better after doing this than it did straight out of the camera. Just pretty much white and black.
Mhm.
Anyway, if you're here tomorrow, I'll have some more glacier pictures that I in black
Yeah.
and white that I had to do even more work on.
Mhm.
What year did you take this, Wendell?
About a month ago.
Oh, really? Oh, it's
Yeah,
recent. Okay.
in August. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the end of August,
Okay.
and we were on a cruise that went through there,
Mhm.
some of the fjords in Glacier Bay, and so really got a good view of it. And
Do do the ships stop there, or they just keep going, or?
Well, our ship stopped and turned around so that people on all sides could see the glaciers. It was a relatively small ship. I think there were 164 people aboard, so
Okay,
they could maneuver a lot more.
Mhm.
But some big ships did come in here. In fact, that's something I've got for the black and white tomorrow is one of these glaciers with a good sized cruise ship in front of it.
Oh, interesting.
This, you don't really get that scale, but
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
imagine the face of that glacier is maybe 150 feet tall or so.
hmm
But,
Oh,
yeah. I wonder if darkening up that sky even a little more might help that in the foreground, help things out.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what should I work in? You use what, Topaz and Photoshop?
this one would have been Photoshop itself only.
Yeah. You don't use Luminar at all, right?
No, I don't have it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I think use the linear
Yeah.
tool.
linear grades, Yeah. Yeah, I suppose we could just go into camera room and do it again. Yeah. I guess it might help if I picked what I'm going to use. There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that. There with just the highlights and the darks. That might be,
Yeah.
that might be enough. And then you could, take it off this area with a subtract brush.
Yeah,
Just grab a brush and auto mask.
yeah,
Just, that's not doing a good auto mask. But yeah. Set brush there. Oh, when I hit undo, it got rid of it. Yeah, that's a problem.
yeah. I had tried to keep the glacier itself a little lighter as the main subject, so
Yeah.
I guess you go through the subtract and just kind of get it.
Yeah, just pull it back and. Yeah, something like that. Let's see where this is. Yeah, I could even just pull it down a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, we could probably get rid of this here too. Yeah, you can open this up and
Yeah,
see where it's at. I don't mind that going a little dark actually there. And then, just do the same thing on the foreground a little bit. And
yeah,
maybe, I don't know, maybe add some color or saturation to the water just a little bit.
yeah.
It's not so gray. Let's see. Let's try another one. Maybe somewhere in here. And maybe we'll pick it up a little bit. Let's just see. Oh, how are we gonna? Oh, let's try exposure this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe some saturation. And take it a little.
ooh,
Ooh, it's purple.
turn purple.
Yeah.
And then I would definitely subtract with a brush this area. Bring it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
So you're not affecting that. Then we can get a little harder with this. I think I would take the blacks down. Yeah. Maybe bring the whites up just a hair and then decide how much shadow detail you want. And then maybe even move it up a little bit more. Yeah, something like that.
yeah.
So before and after.
Big difference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Wow.
that reflection coming down the middle there, or actually
Good.
it's a made-up reflection, I guess, but
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does got to guide the eye up to the glacier.
Yeah.
and you could, even add to this one a little bit with a brush. You could go in here and add,
Yeah.
say brush, and then just take your density down.
Mhm.
And I would turn auto mask off, and just kind of just feather it in a little bit,
Yeah,
and then use your negative to get rid of it on the rocks there. But yeah, kind of just feather that in a little bit. Same here. Start kind of feeding right to there. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What about brightening up the glacier? Would that?
Yeah, I would definitely do
Yeah.
that next. Yeah. So I would probably create a new mask, take a brush. I would leave, again, I'd keep the auto mask off on the plus. And show you what I'll do is I'll overshoot it a little bit.
uh-huh.
And then when I hold down the Option or Alt key, I keep the auto mask on the net, on the subtract one, see? So now the auto mask should be on. And then that way, it's a little more simple to get what you want. Because if you have auto mask on with all these tungsten lights, you're gonna have areas that don't get filled in unless you go back and forth a bunch of times. Whereas here,
Oh,
just,
okay.
yeah, you definitely want the auto mask on the areas where you want to take it off, so the paint's easier. And you get your edges. So there we go. Okay, maybe I put a little more up here. Take some of this off. There. Yeah, a little more right there. Okay. So now we could live some highlights. Maybe take a little shadow, whites up, blacks down. Maybe take the whole exposure up just a smidge with contrast. Yeah. Yeah. And then you could go into your color here and
Yeah,
make it cooler if you want. There.
yeah.
Maybe even add a little magenta. Not, guess not. So that would be somewhat helpful, I think. Yeah, there you go.
Huge difference, yeah. Very good.
Yeah, maybe it's just a little too bright. Yeah. Now, what happens if we
Yeah.
take the highlights down and the whites up higher? Maybe that. Yeah. So that's a balance you can play with.
Yeah, I was having that trouble going from either too bright and washed out or
Hmm.
kind of muddy looking. And I also worked for the black and white tomorrow. I even got into some different things.
Well, ice and snow are always difficult, especially with a bright sky, because you got to watch your exposure, and then just balancing everything. It's always been tough. Now the other thing you could do is do an add and just brush, and then just bring some of that into here. I don't know if it's doing it or not. Yeah, I think it work there, but not so much here. Yeah, I'd probably have to do a different mask here, because we're working mostly at the highlights on here, and there's not much in the highlights here.
Yeah.
So maybe I just add a new one and just get brush. And in this case, I would probably turn the auto mask on.
Yeah.
Just go for it. Here's your negative to get rid of the overspray. Although maybe you might want to lube that in the water there where it's got the color. We'll see after we do the adjustment. But, let's see if we can take our whites up and our blacks down, exposure up a little bit. Yeah, somewhere in there. Maybe see with contrast. maybe a little clarity. Where are you? Yeah, some clarity would help a lot. Yeah, there you go. Okay, and I'm seeing this, I don't like, so I'm gonna just pull it back a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Maybe we'll
Doing
go
this,
back this one, give it some more clarity. Something I forgot to add in there. Yeah, clarity is gonna help a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe a little dehaze, not too much. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, now, when I was going, well, mostly on this chunk of ice in the foreground, I was enhancing it from what it originally was, but I was trying to not get too far.
Yeah, I'm getting a little candy colored here. I would probably pull the saturation back
Yeah.
now, looking at it.
Yes,
So maybe
But-
pull a little back here and oh, let's see, we warmed this up, didn't we? Where is it? Yeah, I don't see it now. All right, maybe we'll go back to this this guy here and definitely, oh, there's the temperature. But yeah, I would maybe take the saturation down a bit. Yeah, and maybe warm up just a hair. Yeah, that's probably a little more realistic.
Mhm. It was starting to dominate,
Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
and you really kind of want to look back at the glacier
Yeah,
and see that.
darken it back up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's more than enough. I tend to go overboard and then back it off,
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
which helps. You know, and then we can come back here and do the same thing. We'll go. Take our color, maybe take some of that blue out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't mind the blue so much back here. It's right here that it bothers me. So maybe we just get another brush.
Yeah.
Just take the blue out here. So
Yeah.
just across here and over in here. And screw down. Take some saturation out. Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
It looks a little more realistic.
Yeah. Warm it up a little bit. Yeah, to counteract it. There you go. That's better.
Nice.
Yeah, it's getting a little too candy colored for me.
Mhm.
Huge difference.
So. Yeah, so before and after.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the darker around the perimeter makes
Yep.
the biggest difference.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does.
Focus in on the center.
Oh, you're
And
right.
the sky, the darker
Yeah.
sky,
Yeah,
pulls your eye in.
Yeah, brings you up in here.
Mhm.
Good one.
Nice.
Well, that was your last one. Okay, thanks.
thank you.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. I did a few things. It's kind of like all over the place this week. Okay, well, you saw the model and you saw my wall here.
Hmm.
And
I think
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
I got that Pluto trigger, but this was before I had it.
oh, you got the trigger.
Yeah, I finally got the trigger and then it didn't rain for weeks. So I'm thinking, no,
Uh,
bought the trigger now. I have to wait till
makes a big, it sure works though, doesn't it? Oh,
it does.
Yeah.
This was just doing long exposures on a lot of them. Let's see what,
Mm,
yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
nice.
But this is the trigger. Now this is with the 500 millimeter. Yeah, where am I at? 100. So that's just the power lines near the house here. Yeah, that trigger really caught it nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to play around with the settings on it, right? Just to
Yeah.
get the right sensitivity.
Yeah, if it gets too sensitive, it just goes off on its own and then you
Yeah.
gotta back it off a little bit. It's pretty cool though. And this one,
Oh,
Oh, I
yeah,
like that.
Oh, yeah.
this was the main shot, these three, and then I added the rest of these and kind of composed it together. So it was kind of fun.
cool.
I really
Very
like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get these full frames so you can see them better. There you go.
Well, you could sure charge your Tesla up with this, eh?
Yeah. So you got to see the power lines down here. There, that tower is over here that I shot earlier. Yeah, and then this was
Oh, wow.
actually some time back because it was when I had my 40D Canon. So the sensor wasn't quite there, and I took it into photo AI and sharpened it a bit, but it's not quite there. You know, it's a little kind of, I don't know, a little grisly looking here, but yeah, he was out here just having a drink in my backyard.
Oh, huh. Oh, beautiful color on the coat.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's an amazing one. I think this was a female. I think she had like 3 or 4 cubs that year.
Oh,
I haven't seen her around lately, but maybe she'll be back. And this was in Chicago, the Garfield Park Botanical Gardens.
hmm,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah. Some kind of palm that almost kind of grew over itself, the way it kind of grew up. The prawns. You'll see this tomorrow window. I can.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
Really,
yeah, it
really got graphic.
lend itself to that black and white.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Oh.
What this is. I thought it was cool.
It looks like a people eating plant.
That's what I was just
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
Called a
there's-
privet.
yeah, or some heart disease you don't want to have.
Amen to
Wow.
that.
Yeah. Oh. Was this in that botanic garden?
Sorry.
Was this in the botanic garden also?
Yeah, this is all in Garfield Park. You know, they have indoor and outdoor gardens there. This was actually in the outdoor garden. And then I guess that's it.
I've was going to show me my photos, no?
Oh, Alan, you were
Alan's
you're at the top of the list. I missed you.
Oh,
usually first.
Yeah, usually you're first up. Well, last but not least, thanks for
Oh, wow.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
that's
Oh.
beautiful.
Is this current, Alan?
this is current, yeah.
Okay,
Mm,
Yeah,
you've got the colors already.
yeah, we've got the colors.
Wow.
This is my long lens. This 600 mil lens. It was taken for quite a long shot. So I just saw this nice little bunch of trees all lit up with the sun
yeah.
across the river. So I put a little bit of a topaz effect on the background, just to the chalk on concrete, and and took it off the trees. So
I like it.
Oh, okay.
it just softened it up quite nice.
Mhm,
Mhm.
yeah,
But the colors are amazing right now. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
That's the one thing I miss down here, the fall colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
And then so this is a week for landscapes.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
Thanks. So this is up very, very early in the morning to get this shot. This was taken just shortly after 7 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah. Mm,
and it's an hour and a half to get there. So
Oh, wow.
it was worth it.
That reflection is so perfect.
yeah,
It's so still and calm.
yeah.
Nice.
Amazing.
And there was quite a few people there already to take this shot. It's quite a popular place. It's called Wedge Pond. I've been here quite a few times, but never during the fall. And I was having a real trouble trying to decide which images to show there, because later on the sun was coming up and it turned all the top of the mountains all red. So,
Ooh.
Oh,
but I really like this one with the rocks in the front. I thought it was,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that
Oh, it's
gives
nice.
depth.
And you were lucky to have such a pretty sky.
yes, yeah. Well, it's the weather here has been really outstanding for quite a while. So. So this is the next one's the same pond, just in a different direction.
Mm,
Yeah.
so rich.
Yeah.
Wow. Now, is this more afternoon light?
This is the same time in the morning. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Really? Wow.
At the sun's up.
It's a little bit later on. It's maybe 45 minutes later.
mm,
So,
Yeah.
but the previous one, the sun was just kind of getting up, not fully up.
Yeah.
And this
Mm.
one, it's out now. So
Yeah, because you can see it's lighting up the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
yeah. That's a unique mountain in the background with a squared
Mhm.
off
Yeah.
top.
Yeah.
yeah, this is
Nice.
this area is called Kananaskis. So, beautiful area.
Mhm. So is this going toward Banff or
This is before you get to Banff. Yeah,
Oh, going
yeah.
north?
So if you're heading out to Banff, you're heading west from Calgary, and then this area here is south of there. So
Oh, okay.
Okay.
just the whole place is amazing.
Mm,
Beautiful.
And then I really like this one. This to me is got a kind of European feel to it for some reason to me.
Mm.
And it just yeah, reflections are. This is a different pond. These ones are called Lorette ponds. So
Mm.
similar area though.
Mm. I wonder if you ought to darken this down just a little bit,
Okay.
maybe warm it up a hair. Yeah.
But the reflections are.
oh, the water is so calm, so still. It just, it's amazing.
Now I tell you, taking these photos or something, but when you were standing right in front of them, if you were just to look at it, yeah, without looking at it through the camera, just look at it, it's absolutely breathtaking. How
Mhm.
deep these reflections are, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It almost is like you can see more detail in, in the reflection than you can
Mhm. Yeah.
in the actual picture. You know, it's not possible, but wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the trees right in there.
Through the.
Yeah,
Wow.
I just, yeah.
Is this fairly shallow?
This is fairly shallow, yeah, this is
Yeah.
probably not very deep, yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
This is a sculpture that I took this shot yesterday. And there's a big area, a big private area in Calgary here, and they've got multiple sculptures all over these fields, and this was one of them. So
How big is this?
it's probably 4 or 5 feet tall,
Oh, wow.
maybe 4 feet tall. Yeah,
Nice.
it's very unique. Yeah, it's
Almost looks like an architectural sculpt, building or something.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
I played around with the light on this just to get this the way it was. The sun on it is casting all these nice shapes, so just
Mhm.
shadows.
No, very nice. Excellent. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
I didn't miss anybody else, did I? Okay, good. Good. All right. Well, let me stop sharing, turn off record here.